Hi, boys and girls. Hi, CES. This is Mrs. Forte, and today I have our Cubby's Corner story. So, can you say hi? I have my daughter Brielle here. Can you wave? Say hi. And my son Ryland. Hi. And today we are getting closer. It's November. We're done with Halloween, and we're getting closer to another holiday. Can you say Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving is right around the corner. Thanksgiving is a time to be thankful, and it's a time to be with our family. So we're getting closer and closer. And today I have a story. Oh, can we see those? Those are the Berenstain Bears. You might have read a story by them before. It says, think of those in need. I'm going to pull you guys a little bit closer so you can see the pictures a little more. Here we go. All right. So right now their faces look sad. Looks like they're not sure what's going on. Think of those in need. So this November, let's think of those people that might need something. Think of those in need. The bear family enjoyed the good things in life as much as anyone else. They enjoyed good food. Do you like good food? Do you like good food?
Yeah.
And good times. They enjoyed the snug treehouse in a comfortable chair before a crackling fire, just like we're by the fireplace. They enjoyed books and music. Do you like books and music? Games and toys, quilts and cuckoo clocks. It looks like they're having fun with all their stuff. But sometimes it seemed, especially to Mama, see the Mama?
Yeah. What that one?
Hold on, that perhaps the bears were enjoying too much of a good thing. It was also clear to Mama, as she managed the treehouse, that they had a problem. The problem came under the heading of too much stuff. Do you ever have too much stuff in your house? Do we ever have too much?
No.
Yep. I think it gets messy, right? Too much stuff in the closets, too much stuff in the drawers, too much stuff in the basement, and too much stuff in the attic. There was too much stuff everywhere. It all made Mama a little uneasy, and she was beginning to worry. Oh my goodness, make your face when you have too much stuff. Do you make a face? Papa thought there was too much stuff problem too. Look what happened. But he was more annoyed than worried. Annoyed about the fast car that brother had left on the stairs and about the squeaky duck that sister had left in the bathtub. Look what happened to Papa with the car. Looks like he fell down. And the squeak they sat on in the bathtub. But there was much more on Mama's mind than fast wheels and squeaky ducks. What was beginning to worry her was that they had so much, while other people had so little. And sometimes you happen to worry. When you go to bed, it can turn into a nightmare. That's a bad dream. And that's what happened to Mama. Too much stuff. Too much stuff. Can you say that?
Too much stuff.
Good girl. One night she dreamed that all their stuff came to life, and it poured out of every drawer, closet, nook, and cranny, treehouse, chanting, too much stuff. Too much stuff. Oh my goodness, not a good dream.
Too much stuff.
I wonder what they're going to do with all that stuff. What do you think you would do with it? Throw it away. What would you do with it?
Throw it away.
Or donate it.
Donate it.
Let's see. What's the matter? Asked Papa when Mama woke up screaming. It was just a dream, my dear, Mama said. But she knew it wasn't just a dream. She knew what she had to do. The next morning at breakfast, she made an announcement. This family, she said firmly, has altogether too much stuff. It's time to get rid of some of it. Stuff? Said Brother. What sort of stuff? So stuff like dolls with no heads, Mama said, broken airplane models, old puzzles, games that nobody plays with, fast wheel cars on the stairs, squeaky ducks in the bathtub, chimed in Papa. Do we have broken toys around our house? Stuff maybe we don't use anymore?
Yeah.
Maybe. Now, wait a minute, protested Sister. That's all our stuff. What about some of your stuff? My stuff, said Papa. Like what? Like your 17 fishing rods, said Brother, and the zillions of old fishing magazines you have stacked in the attic. Yeah. Look at all those fishing rods. Does he really need 17 fishing rods?
Nope. No. One person.
One person. But all those are valuable collectibles, said Papa. Mama groaned. Ugh. Look who's groaning, said Papa. What about these shelves of old cookbooks and never used yarn and cloth? All right, said Mama. I guess we all have a lot of things that we don't need. That's just my point. What should we do with it all? What are they going to do with it?
I don't know.
The bear family thought for a moment. Put your thinking brains on. Do you ever think of brains? Hey, said Brother, let's have a yard sale and make a fortune. That means a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, great idea, agreed Sister and Papa. But that's not what Mama had in mind. She had been thinking more and more about all those folks who had so little, especially with Christmas coming on. But what could the bear family do? Mama had already had a plan in mind. First, she had Papa go and get the cubs and go through all their stuff and make 3 piles. Can you show me 3? 3 piles. Can you do 3 of that? Good job. 1 pile were things, the old games and puzzles. The other ones were the forgotten toys and sporting goods that no one used. Yep, they're going through all their stuff. And another were the clothes and furniture and extra cookbooks. So here they go through all their piles. What can they do now? When the bears piled everything into the car, there was hardly enough room for them. Where are we going? Asked Sister. First stop, said Mama, is the old bear's home. The old bear's home was where the older bears went to live when they needed help taking care of themselves. Nurses and doctors looked after them and made sure they were in good health. But sometimes the older bears got a little lonely and bored. They liked visitors and things to do. That was part of Mama's plan. When the family arrived at the old bear's home, they handed out their games and puzzles to the older bears. They sat down and played games and do puzzles with them. That's a good idea to share your stuff with people. At first, Brother and Sister were a little shy, but the older bears were older. But after a while, they got over it. And the bears in the home, they weren't older than their neighbors, and she was good. Soon they were having a fine time, and so were the older bears. They were all sad when it was time to leave. The next stop was the Beartown Young Hospital.
House.
This is the hospital. Brother and Sister knew about the hospital. Brother had come there when he needed his ankle x-ray, and the time they thought it was broken. And Sister came to watch. So there's the hospital. They sure knew when he was in. The bears dropped off their loads of used toys. They were welcome. The hospital worker said the toys would be given out at the party at Christmas. On their way out, they saw a young bear in a wheelchair with his leg in a big cast. They were glad they had brought the toys. He looked as if he could use some cheering up. The last stop was the Bearstown Bears Who Care store. This store sold things to raise money for needy bears. The bears who needed warm clothes and good food. Guess what, guys? We have stores like that right here, too. The store was run by bears who wore uniforms and often played in the bands in front of the store. That store was called Bears Who Cares, but at CES we're Cubs Who Care. We could be that, right? The bears lugged all their old clothes and furniture into the stuffed store. On the way, they stopped to sing a few Christmas carols with the. There was a big iron pot out on the sidewalk for collecting money for the needy. Papa gave Sister $1 to put in. They headed home with a warm feeling about what they had done. As they drove along, they passed the light windows of the Beartown department store. They were beautifully decorated for Christmas. There was a window after window with new toys and games and new things for the house. And the very
hard.
Yeah. And
Like hard.
a white horse. The very latest thing in the fishing poles. But the members of the bear family were so filled with special thoughts of helping others that they hardly noticed the wonderful things. Except maybe out of the corners of their eyes. All right, CES Cubs. So I have a challenge for you. Can you go through and find something that you don't use? Maybe games or old toys, and see some people that might need to use it, or maybe even clothes that don't fit you anymore.
I can pay. I can pay for you.
Yeah. You can play with the toys that you have. You can share some things that you don't need anymore. Because at CES, we are thankful for the things we have, and we're thankful that we can help other people. All right, have a good night. We will see you tomorrow. Go snuggle up. Everyone say good night.
Good night. Bye. Mom, I want to play hard.
Can you say good night?
Good night. I want to play hard. I want to play hard.